Matooke, also known by the English name bananas, is a traditional crop mainly grown in the central, southern, eastern and western districts of Uganda, such as Masaka, Mbarara, Luweero, Kabale, Mbale, Jinja, and now in some parts of northern Uganda like Arua and Gulu. As a traditional meal for many Ugandan tribes, matooke is prepared as a whole meal using banana fibers and banana leaves in central Uganda and is then served hot with a sauce dish of beef, chicken, peanut-pasted fish, luombo, or to make it simpler, just ask for some katogo. Coming up on Seeds of Gold.
But you look at this place, I'm telling you, a month you can collect up to 4 million. Here, just here. This space you're seeing.
From Namala village, Buama sub-county, this is Moses Kazibwe. He is 40 years old and an engineer by profession. He has now added farming as an occupation and particularly banana farming. Under his trade name, Moses K Mixed Farm, Kazibwe grows a variety of local bananas which include Ngwazirume, Ntaragaza, Mpologoma, Ndizi and Bogoya.
This is my banana plantation I started. After I have known that there is need of our country to have more supply of food.
Bananas can yield a very good harvest if the farmer observes the following factors: good spacing, good soils, adequate water supply, and fertilizers to boost the soil fertility at recommended intervals.
First of all, you need to look at the fertility of the soil, because here it used to be a forest. So we cut a part of the forest so that we can have good soil. What I've realized with the little experience I have for this short time, matooke, you need to have water. Without water, you cannot do matooke. So as you will see, we have installed the pipes, 2 inches throughout the whole plantation. You will see them. So during dry season, before it catches up, whatever, we start irrigating the plantation before it dries up. And then for the fertilizer, at this stage, you use NPK 1717. There are 2 types. There is one 25-25 NPK, but at this time we use 1717, and it really has worked for us. The one 25-25, you use it when they are still small plants. When we are planting, we use DAP. It is some fertilizer called DAP. It's in black in color. We use DAP, maybe half a kilo per plant, and then when they are growing like 4 months old, you use the 25-25 NPK. At this stage, you're seeing now we have started harvesting our first banana. So now we are using 1717 NPK still. When you go to other farms, you find people are planting 450 plants per acre. But you just look at this distance where we are standing. It is almost 20 feet from one plant to another. So they need to have space in that you can put 400 in 1 acre. Others are putting 450. But I would advise to put 400 because they also need space. Because when you have space like the way you're seeing this one, the mother plant can easily produce this side, the other side, and then you take care of them properly. The spacing needs to be 20 feet from one plant to another.
Kazibwe's farm is about 300 acres, although the banana plantation has been put on just 30 acres. This size of a plantation will need quite a good amount of capital and labor investment.
We have 12 workers, 2 managers and 10 other casual laborers. The managers are taking from 250, that is 0.5, and then the other 1 million, around 1.5 you need to invest for only workers. But if you are to apply fertilizers, for example, because here you need over 35 bags to finish up the whole plantation. If you are to use half a kilo per plant, So the cost of the investment for the whole 30 acres is around 100 million. Bush clearing, planting the small plant, taking care of it up to the size of harvesting where we are now. It can cost up to 100 million, 30 acres.
When well cared for, the local banana variety can be more resistant to diseases compared to the hybrid bananas. However, this type of breed is usually severely attacked and destroyed by a disease commonly known by its local name, chiwotokwa. When attacked by the disease, the bananas tend to turn yellow, putting on a premature ripening and discoloration within the fruit. Nonetheless, this disease can be treated and prevented mainly by using organic pesticides such as the ash or charcoal. Charcoal is crushed into powder form and is then poured around the banana roots area farther away from the plant. This acts as an organic pesticide and fertilizer.
That one, actually, each time you find one has suffered with this kind of whatever, you pick it and we throw it away, maybe 30 meters away from the plantation. And then how to treat there, we have the best medicine for that thing. It's the charcoal. You know, we have a lot of charcoal here, as you would see later. Charcoal is the best treatment for any type of disease for matooke. I would advise farmers to try charcoal. Here we have a small machine, a local machine we use to grind it, and then we put it into powder, and then after we remove that one, we put charcoal there, and then the whole thing is okay. But for the insects, we have a pesticide called Cyper. It's the one we use for killing these normal insects. But for the chiwotoka and other issues, we use the charcoal. As you'll see ahead there, where we have normally applied charcoal, where even we used to have bad soil, we use charcoal to fertilize the soil. And you'll see all the plants have changed into whatever green color. Those which were yellow, we put charcoal and then it turns to green. Ash is actually comes out of charcoal, but charcoal is the best. Is the best because charcoal is in the form of black stuff, and then for you to get hash, you must burn charcoal for you to get hash. So means this one has both. What I've realized, it has some potassium too. Whatever. When the banana plantation needs too much potassium.
Managing a large commercial farm does not come easy. To overcome the hurdles, Kaziwe employs 2 managers. To ease their work, he ensures that the security on such a large farm is well taken care of.
Each of the manager has a department. One is doing the mulching, one is doing the digging, one doing removing the yellowish whatever and all that. Yeah, they do it at a time. This one helps on it easier, the communication. You know, the area where we are today. Communication, these mobile phone, whatever networks are confusing. Like we are on 320 something acres. So imagine where the workers sleeps, some of them sleeps up there. So communication is easier for them to have a walkie-talkie because there's no need of network or pay bills or something. You just use it and that's all. Security is very actually key to all things we do. These days you see now a bunch, if somebody cuts it, it would have taken my 40,000. So I have 4 security guards here. We have one Saracen guy who normally moves around. So, and these are the errand bow, you know errand bow? I think we have them. We have also those ones who are guarding with the errand bow. So security here we have, and we have dogs. You've seen we have 3 dogs, serious ones. When they catch you around, you are finished.
size of Kazibwe's farm dictates that he employs not only manual laborers but also mechanization in order to maximize on productivity. Training his workers in the use of modern agriculture machines is paramount. From the time of planting to harvesting, bananas will take up to 12 months. When ready to harvest, the leaves will turn yellow to brown and the fruit buds will fall off. When harvesting, the banana stem is cut from the middle with a sharp panga to the ground. The fruit is then cut off while the rest of the stem is chopped into pieces and buried to avoid transfer of diseases in case there were any.
Matooke takes a whole full year to start harvesting. But to my experience, you need more 3 years, 3 months. Because the 12 months we are talking about, that is the time of flowering, it starts growing a bit, but for the real time to start harvesting, it's between 14 months and above. When you are in the farm, like where we are standing here, there is no ready one to go today, even when you look around. Like this one, you look at that one. You compare this, that one, the other one can go today. Normally they take 1.5 months to grow, to turn into food.
The harvest is then collected, counted and graded, all ready for market. The prices of matooke vary depending on the size. For example, a smaller bunch could go between 10,000 shillings to 15,000 shillings, and the bigger bunch goes from between 20,000 shillings to 50,000 Ugandan shillings when in the market.
Of course, sweet banana have the best market, because a bunch of sweet banana would go up to 60,000, ranging from 40 to 60. But a bunch of matooke, like where we are standing, if I'm to sell from the farm, you look at between 15 to 20,000. So you can imagine the other. But the market is a sure deal, because the consumption, the numbers of people are growing, and most people rushes to town. They sell their land in a village, they rush to town. So we are feeding those who are leaving villages to town. So the numbers are in town. Normally we have a small car which fails. If we harvest like 200 bunches, we take them to Kampala, and there they buy 25,000 a bunch. On a good day, they can buy up to 30. Yeah, imagine we planted 12,000 plants here, but of course not in one day, not at the same time. But as of today, we are going to harvest 140 bunches today, imagine. And by next year, April, we'll be able to harvest more than 5,000 to 6,000 bunches on one harvest. Yeah, even if you are getting 10,000 per bunch from here, it's good money to go.
That's around
60 million. Yes, one harvest. Market is not a problem with this kind of work we are doing. The market is not a problem.
Apart from being a local dish in Uganda, bananas can be enjoyed even better and given more value when processed. After processing, bananas can be eaten as banana chips and banana flour. This is a nutritional recommendation in infant feeding. In this episode, Kazibwe's advice to Ugandans is summed up in 3 simple words: patience, hard work, and trust in God.
What I would advise the generation that we have today is that they must be patient. You know, one thing I've learned in life: patience, hard work, and being a God-fearing person. Those 3, if you have them, you can reach your goal. Actually, those 3 points is the reason why I'm what I am today. Because if I had planted this banana and ignored, it wouldn't be what it is today. But you see, it takes you between 1 month and 14 months for you to start harvesting. See, this area alone, I've always been telling my workers, this one only where we have Mpologoma, there are like 100 plants. Each of Mpologoma here, they buy it at 40,000. Imagine, if you have to harvest 20, that's how much. Can you afford to have a home? Can you afford to feed your house? It's bigger than a salary we see other people are getting from where they are working from. If, for example, say, each of these plants has 3 bunches at the same time, this one has 2 now. This is 80,000 money I'm seeing. So even from here, they can buy up to 40 these Impologoma you're seeing, because they are huge compared to our local type. And in future, I think we shall improve to have this. We brought them as samples, but in future, I think we shall go for this because it has better pay. To the advice you're saying to the youth and other Ugandans, you see, when you are doing something, put your heart there. I have other things that I do in Kampala. I have a motor workshop in Ikisasi, Roda Motors. I have so many things I do. Consultancies, I have my construction firm. So at the end of the day, you find I'm committed to the other side and committed to my farms. Okay? 2 days in a week, I make sure, even if it's a Monday day, I drive here for 4 hours to check on the workers. They cannot satisfy my needs when I'm not checking on my farm. Many people, what they do, I have 100 acres of matooke, then it's doing well. How many trucks do you get? I get 1 truck. He says 100 acres, imagine, 1 truck. How can you get 1 truck in 100 acres? Because you are not there. If it is really genuine, you have it. It is because you are not there. I don't allow harvesting in my farm when I'm not there. Like what you are going to see today. I make sure I'm there when they're harvesting. Today is a Friday. I was here on Monday. We harvested 200 bunches on Monday. Today we are going to harvest 140, of which you'll see with your eyes. So that is around 340 in 1 week. Even if I'm to sell, say 20,000, that's almost 7 million shilling I'm earning a week in 1 week. So it's very interesting. So I would encourage those who don't have bigger land like the one I have, they should, if you want to start a matooke plantation, even 20 plants, as long as you take good care of them, the yield will be, the harvest will give you whatever, you recoup your money and enjoy it.